Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Farm Thinking Right out here in the lab. What I do for you. Today, we got part two, what we've been going over, which is yoga of action, righteous action. Let's go. Rightism, 24 rules to live by. Storyteller, story with a message and story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. We got a good thing going. Let's continue. Let's go. Right Thinkers mission. Yeah, and I'm on it. It's to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers do just that. So my goal is to give you everything you need to make that happen for you. That's why I do what I do for you. Let's go. The question, do you know you? If not, come check me out. I can help you with that. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I got you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. A person who knows not and believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you. Right thinkers, know that self. And to my eye, be true. I left off with the last lesson when you do the right thing daily, you are victorious in that war, what I call the holy war within ourselves, doing what's right over doing what's wrong. When you do what's right, you're rewarded with blessings. You do what's wrong, you're punished for bad doing things you did. Simple as that. It ain't brain surgery. Good people do good things. Bad people do bad things. Moving on. So let's talk about this. When you master oneself, your personality, to the extent that you are now able to what? Control, listen, your temper, your inner war between your higher and lower self will not affect others around you. Why? However, there may be an already established tendency for you to what? Lash out at the people around you. When we're frustrated mentally or have issues, we tend to lash out. And then, I'm sorry, I apologize. I will never do that. I don't apologize for my action. Why? Because I control them. That's why. I'm not arrogant. I don't apologize. No. If I say something, I meant it. Not because I'm angry or no. I meant what I said. I'm gonna say what I mean. Regardless of the situation, no, that don't count for much. But remember, I'm in control of me. And if I want to say those things, I'm going to say those things, and I'm not going to take it back. Understand that I say what I mean, and I mean what I say whenever I say it, and whoever I say it to. Understand that. Let's go. So one should what? Do one's best. And this is what I'm trying to get you to understand, self-mastery, to what? Supplement this tendency and to remain focused on the negative and positive forces battling within oneself. And you work to establish Maya. When you see the hands go up, that's Maya, okay? Within oneself. I live Maya. What? I keep the balance. I know right from wrong, and I pick and choose what's best for me. I used to choose wrong. I make better choices now because I have self-knowledge. I know who I am. You can equip to make better decisions for yourself, not irrational, illogical, ignorant decisions because you don't know, but you thought. Moving on. If you live in a world of thought, you are living in a fictitious world. Get out of that thought world, get into knowing. This can be, watch this, this can be difficult, can be what? A difficult task when one is used to what? Looking outside him or herself for answers and means to solve life problems. Blaming what? Others, in essence, the spouse, the children, church, childhood, parent, country, politics, and religious leaders. How they get in this? For what? The occurrence of those problems for themselves. That's all BS. excuses, and none of them are good. Take responsibility for yourself. Why? Because of Judgment Day, that's what's going to happen anyway. Get used to being responsible while you're here. Situations can only affect you, watch this, if it is in line with what? Your karma for that to occur. Everybody say there's no coincidence in life. It was happen. God meant for it to happen. God meant everything God. But you have some control over the things that you do, say, and what you do, or going with your life. Why? You should be in control. Who's driving the car? Therefore, it is no accident, here you go, or no one's fault or responsibility, but who? Your own, regardless of what situation, be it good or bad, you may find yourself in. Always take responsibility. When I was doing what I was doing, I still took responsibility. Ain't nobody go to jail but me. It was four of us. Number one, go. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. I took responsibility. My man gave me the sometimes you got okay. When I did it, what the hell you doing? Dude, that's what you said. What? If that is what you meant, you gave me that father and son speech. What did you mean? You should have been more direct. They wasn't going to take the weight. I'm not no snitch. It's mine. Simple as that. In the discussion, I took it, I ate it, I dealt with it. That made me a better man. Why? I don't have excuses. Didn't make none. So that's what I mean. You may not be able to watch this. See how your actions of this life could have resulted in your current circumstances. But remember, these situations are occurring as a result of what? Actions, aka IRE, not only in this lifetime, but previous ones. I tell you, your spirit has been around. It ain't new for a long time. Why? Until it get enlightened, it can't go home. It needs help. So obviously, every spirit body it got the spirit into didn't do its job. Mine has jumped up and down. Why? Because it got one that got him home. It know it's going home. It ain't getting recycled. That's the beautiful part about living this life, knowing that you covered. Why? The things that you do and what you know takes care of that concept. You ain't hoping and believing certain things you know. So, watch this. Your attitude toward dealing with all negative predicaments of life should be one of personal responsibility and forbearance. Own it, and keep on it. Why? It's yours. So there is no need to feel bad or put the blame or blame yourself or others. In life, you do what you do. Whatever circumstances come to you, you have to handle it the best way you can. Blame, and watch this, and bad feelings are what? All egoistic based viruses which what infect the mind and further debilitate it. Why? It holds you back. The ego is a blocker. The ego blocks you from getting to your higher self. You got to get over him. That's like the Goliath in your life. You see this big man, you get scared. What David do? I'll be right back. Go get my stones, handle my business. Fear should not be in your makeup. Why? It's made up. False evidence appearing real. So you create that whole fear within yourself, just like you create the devil within yourself. If you can create God within yourself, you can do it with the devil and fear. So understand that it's all between the ears. Let me wrap this up. Hope you get this lesson. When you are typing and you make a mistake, and what happened? You don't spend a lot of time blaming yourself and having regrets about just making an error. You correct it, write out whatever you do, and move on. You simply correct your error and you carry on. Life is pretty much the same way. Don't dwell on it. I'm not going to dwell on something I did 10 years ago. Man, that's about something I did yesterday. How about that? 20 minutes ago. Let it go. Move on. Because what? Time don't stop. It's constant. So you got to get understanding how to continuously live in this thing called time and space where we live in the physical body. Okay? It's all mental now. The process with life should be familiar. Pray for strength to endure and transcend what? The situations that's put forth and put forth the effort to what? Correct your errors, the errors in your belief and thinking. If it's not working, you need to change it. Which, watch this, predispose you to have this situation manifest in your life. You attract what you are. You are who you are, and you attract what you want. You don't get what you want, you get what you attract. So understand that. Now, with patience and insight into the fact of your true underlying boundless essence of your higher self. Knowing yourself, you can overcome all the obstacles. And I couldn't wait to get that point, because that phrase that y'all say, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, y'all got that from right here. With God knowledge, you can do all things. See, same concept. But would you no? Oh, you say Christ, I say God. Same thing. Y'all say God. Christ is God. So don't keep playing the semantics on the word. Get the understanding. My man Eddie Griffin. The Christians think Jesus is the messenger. Muslims think Allah the messenger. Okay, damn the messenger. Did you get the message? I love that concept. So let me finish this up. Now, if you do not accept personal responsibilities for your life, then you will never look to find that which may be an error in your thought process, meaning how you think it may be wrong, and your behavior, which again was to predispose you to what? Your experiences, and there would be no chance, you hear that? There would be no chance for you to improve your situation in life. There goes the Ouroboros, the buffering, they're going around and wonder why they didn't get. You're doing the same thing, expecting a different result. That's the definition of insanity. You have to make a change. The caterpillar can't go to his whole life being a caterpillar. He wasn't built for that. We are spiritual beings having human experience. We wasn't meant to go through life ignorant of ourselves. The goal is to know thyself. So understand that. That's where I'm at. I lost my place. Oh no. Oh yeah. Now, if you don't learn the spiritual lessons, aka yourself, and the situations is here to what? Teach you. You're here to learn lessons. You are setting yourself up. Watch this. To what? Have experiences repeat itself again. I just told you. I know this. This is what I do. This is what I've been doing. I practice this. I'm trying to teach you this. So I'm trying to show you the intricate workings of how it's worked, how it's done, and it will work if you understand how to use it. Like giving you a tool and showing you how to use it. Now you got something. If I give you a tool, you know how to use it, it's useless. Like a gun with no bullets. Watch this. Now, this is the nature of what? Your karmic process upon which what? The world process is set up on. Everybody has a chance to do for themselves, and you're responsible. We got rules, we got lessons, we got guidelines, all those things are in place. So ain't nothing new under the sun. So these experiences, watch this, are not meant to be painful or to make you bitter. Each of these experiences give you what? The opportunity to do what? Practice and secure your spiritual qualities such as patience, equanimity, dispassion, detachment, and most of all, universal love and freedom from what? Resentment when persecuted or wronged by all other precepts of Maya. In doing so, watch this, you learn to what? View every situation in your life as your path to what? Enlightenment. So everything is a learning process. Life is a learning process. Live it, learn, and live it better. That's the concept. Watch this. And in this way, performing your particular duties in life in a virtuous and righteous manner becomes one and the same with who? With your patience, excuse me, with your practice of spiritual discipline. My favorite. That's being God conscious. Spiritual is God. Discipline is doing what's obedient, being obedient to God. Knowing right from wrong, and you doing what's right. That's being obedient. Pain and suffering is what? The byproduct of not living a life in what? Harmony or with Maya, aka right thinking philosophy, and with the awareness of your true essence. Not knowing thyself, your life is not going to be fun. The process you go through, learn yourself, might not be fun, but the reward that you, when you do that, will be worth everything you had to go through. Trust me on that one. Last one, I'm about to wrap it up. Again, I appreciate you. This is the last part. The yoga of righteous action also emphasizes what? The performance of a selfless service. My favorite. When you can do something that's going to help somebody else out, that's a beautiful thing. And you don't look for nothing in return. That's even more beautiful. Why? Because it's done with the right intention. Not that if I do this, I can get that. That's ego making deals. You know who that is. God don't do that. Now, when you perform a selfless service, turn karma yoga. When you do right, you get good things. You do wrong, you get punished. It's not brain surgery again. Let me wrap it up. When one performs, again, a selfless service, the ego loses importance and therefore it needs and cravings become powerless illusions which can no longer affect the mind. My ego have no control, no power over my actions no more. Why? I got control of it. He got no voice. Ego is self-satisfaction. If you want to be satisfied for the moment, be my guest. That's the ego. You satisfy yourself. When you want to be rewarded or blessed for later, you do what's right for the right reason. It's just that simple. You can satisfy yourself, or you can be obedient to your higher self. That's it. No more options. Moving on. Wrap this up. Appreciate you too. The highest practice of karma yoga, aka occurs when in the state of enlightenment, when there is no attachment to what the fruits of action, meaning I do what I do without worrying about what I'm gonna get for this, what I'm gonna get, how much I'm gonna get. They ask me, you do a show every day, you got to do it, how much they paying you? Again, that's the wrong reason. So please understand that work is performed, watch this, in harmony with one's true nature, without dependency of the results. That means you do it for the right reasons. It ain't what the outcome is. My reasons for doing it ain't based on how much I can get. It's how many people I can help. By they're good, watch this. Be they good or bad, your dependency on the results, be they good or bad, are from what? A particular standpoint. If you choose to do the right thing, right livelihood, the practice of making a living in such a way as to what? Benefit oneself and all others beings, is practicing what? Maya. When you're doing the right thing, you practice in Maya. You're the right thing. I can tell you, if you do it by accident, I can define it. Why? Because if you do, I can tell you what it is. That's Maya. You kept balance. You did the right thing. You will be rewarded. Yoga, watch this. Yoga of righteous action also implies a balanced movement and scheduling of time for what? Spiritual discipline. That means study time. Put your time in, as well as other particular duties. I do what I'm supposed to do, and I love doing what it is I'm supposed to do. Why? That's what I do. And when it's ever for you, that's even better. Why? I'm helping somebody else. Extremes, watch this. Extremes are to be avoided. I keep telling you, too much good ain't good either. Okay, you can overdose on goodness. Watch this. Extremes are to be avoided. Why? Because they also cause intensification of mental complexes. I mean, it can bring on some other problems. Okay, the desired movement is relaxed and deliberate intensification of self-effort according to the capacity of every individual. You have the right to move at your own pace, get done at your own time. Everybody wakes up at a different point in time in life. I'm just trying to help you get there. I appreciate you tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Oh, I got more. I'll be back.